Peace community. Welcome to Esoteric Sessions. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Gratitude for each of you tuning in and joining me on this esoteric journey. Today is Friday, or shall I say, Venus's Day, December 5th, 2025. And I am back with a general cosmic session to align with today's energy. Now, before I begin, I would love to give a few reminders when tapping into these sessions. Please keep in mind to only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. These sessions are timeless, so keep in mind that sessions can be reflective of past, present, or future timelines. Energy is fluid and change is constant, not permanent, so free will is always an option. Lastly, remember that these sessions consist of sacred, ancient practices that are to be used as guidance tools and utilized for the highest good of intention. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's session. Before I begin, I do want to say to those of you tuning in, I hope that everyone is doing well. And I also would love to give a special shout out to all of the Sagittariuses out there. I know that this season has just begun, so happy belated birthday or happy solar return for those of you that celebrate. And just shout out to everybody with heavy Sagittarius placements, whether it be in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. I'd also like to say that before I hit record today, I did sit in meditation with these cards that I have chosen. And not only did I ask for protection and guidance for myself, but also for those of you who will be watching. Now, I've already pulled cards as I don't have access to my tripod, and I pretty much have a theme of today's session. And this general session is going to be speaking to the theme of love. And I'm going to speak directly to the energy that came through in this session and only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I want to share the things that came up during meditation regarding the visions. And the first thing that I saw was bus seats, and specifically bus seats from the 80s or the 90s, the very colorful, different texture of seats that we used to see and, on public transportation. And the second vision that came through was a vision of a masculine who was falling asleep, awaiting to board their travel. Now, the means of travel that came through was a bus, train, or a plane. And overall, what I was seeing in the visions was travel. So this could be for someone here today who you currently could be traveling. You currently could be doing these things, or this could have been in a recent past, or this could be something that you're getting ready to do. I know that we're currently getting ready to move into the holiday of Christmas. And during that time, there's a lot of travel in essence. And I just felt guided to say that. So this may not be involving today's energy specifically. I did say that my sessions are timeless. So I could be picking up on energy that could be getting ready to come into fruition. So The energy that I feel like I'm speaking to today is a masculine dominant energy. And not just because of what I saw, while meditating, but the energies that came through this session. And I'm going to speak directly to you, just so that there's no confusion about, the placement of who I'm talking to or if this reading is for you. Now, I feel like you could have been going through a time where you've chosen to, I was feeling guided to say go ghost on some people that could have been around you, but in a more sacred term, you've stepped into the hermit's energy, and you could have been going through moments of reflecting and looking back and going within. And this could all have to do with someone who is around you that you have a lot of deep emotions for. And I say that because the first card that came out was the Queen of Cups and it followed the Hermit. And what I intuitively was getting was you're currently in a moment, once again, of the Hermit. You're in a time of deep introspection and reflection. And this has something to do with someone who you have a lot of emotions for. And it looks like at the root of why you're doing the things that you're doing and why you're feeling the things that you're feeling, it's like you could be following your intuition at this time. You could also find this feminine energy who you're thinking about at this time deeply. You could be finding them to be a bit of a mystery. And it looks like in the recent past, with this energy of reflection, with the hermit's energy, it's also associated with wisdom and knowledge that you gain while on this journey. You see something differently, you see something with a different perspective. And it looks like in the past, you could have decided that you could have wanted to make something right. You wanted to um, bring justice to a situation. You could have wanted to make things right in this moment. And you could also possibly, I don't know why, but I feel guided to say this. There could be an energy around legalities or something to that degree. But specifically, what I'm intuitively feeling is that you could be wanting to right your wrongs or bring justice to a situation. And it looks like this is something that you've had on your mind during this time. You could have wanted to really come together with this feminine energy that you're deeply thinking about at this time and wanting to have some sense of justice with. But I see here that you also could be experiencing a lot of thoughts, whether it be surrounding the situation, maybe what it is that you have gained knowledge on. I see that you have a lot of things that could, oh my goodness, my verbiage, that could be keeping you up in the evening, maybe right before you go to bed. I don't know why I'm being guided to say this, but you may be all up in your head with a lot of the thoughts that are coming up at these very moments. And I see that there's a bit of a concern regarding burdens, things that you could have been carrying throughout this time on this journey, of the hermit. And this is something that has came to the surface. And I also feel that in this very moment, you are very drawn to this person, this feminine energy with whom you have a lot of deep feelings for. I feel like you both could have shared a special connection. And I say that because the lovers is here in this position with the energy that's around you within your environment and how you're also being seen at this time. You could be very drawn and feeling this pull to really think about this individual. Now, with all of this, reflection, I feel like there's a part of you that has hopes or wishes to invest more into this connection with this person. And I say that because we have the King of Pentacles in the hopes and wishes position. And it looks like the overall energy of this session is you standing up, you rising up to the occasion after going through this journey of the Hermit, going into a phase of, I don't want to say isolation, solely, but you've been in a moment of deep, deep reflection regarding this person who you have deep, deep emotions for. And at the bottom of the deck, the last card specifically, before I just go to the bottom of the deck, it was the Seven of Wands, and it talks about, fire energy, and that's associated with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And currently we are in Sagittarius season, and it's very reflective of these times. Like I said, my sessions are timeless, and I do set that intention, but this could resonate with you in this very moment. You could be wanting to take action and just rise up to the occasion. And as I was stating already, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool's energy, which is all about taking a leap, taking risk, having this faith to take this action. And if any of this resonates with you, I'm going to go deeper into the individual, yourself. What is it that you're reflecting upon, down to what is it that you are rising up to the occasion for? What is moving you? I'll just go deeper into that. And if you feel guided, once again, you can join me in the extended. But if this is where we depart, I thank you all for tuning into Esoteric Sessions. Peace.